begin. Ah. So, Vetch is still kind of loading up here. Hopefully she can hear everything. Tyr will be here. I'm not sure what time exactly, but should be joining us soon. With that said, I'm going to jump right in with the session recap, and we'll go from there. So, after being paid for the fenced pirate goods, you discover a group of thugs in a nearby alley. In a break-in gone wrong, one of the thugs is trapped, their arms stuck in a portcullis trap. You recognize the thugs. They were some of Jesper's crew, a local noble with ties to the underworld element of the city. You remain unseen and decide to take action. You surround the alley and rush in to waylay the thugs. Making short work of them, you begin to search their pockets. Meanwhile, the local guard hear the fight and come to investigate. When they arrive, you manage to deceive the guards with your cover story. You paint yourselves as the victims of a failed robbery. With enough excitement for the evening, you return to the Dry Manatee and rest, to discuss your next actions in the morning. When you awake, however, you find the inn near empty. In the main hall, there's but a single table set up with a hero's feast. At the head of the table is Jesper and two of his thugs. Armored guard, not city watch, await at the exits. Jesper requested to speak to your leader, who represented your group. You lie and tell him that Gob, the half-orc mercenary who traveled with you, was your leader. Jesper sends one of the guard to retrieve Gob and Tyr. When they return, Jesper offers you a job. He arranged for you to meet his contact, Reese, who would fill you in on the details. Reese arranged for you to meet him at the docks after midnight, boarding an unmarked vessel. You set off into the night, Reese telling you to get some rest, as your part to play will be explained in the morning. And that is where we're going to pick off.
Okie doke then.
Good.
Okay, so
Can I ask a question?
You sure can.
About my character.
Okay.
Am I allowed to change one of my spells that I took last time for that level 2? Because I haven't used it yet.
Not till you hit next level.
Gotcha. Okay.
So usually on level up, you can swap out like one of your spells for something that you don't use or something that you don't like. Maybe it didn't work as way you expected. They do kind of give you that option, but it's only when you level up, and it's like one spell.
Okay.
All right. So as you go to your cabins, which the cabins themselves are pretty plain, very simple. There's little kind of bunk beds anchored into the walls. There's a little makeshift kind of shelf / table also bolted into a wall, and a stool that's bolted in the floor next to it. There's a little chamber pot and a riveted porthole in the cabin. This is where you all are kind of staying at. Is there anything you'd like to discuss as you're on this ship here? Now, it's still nighttime. You've just kind of got on the ship.
I thought... Oh, okay. No, I forgot. I thought we were... I didn't realize we left already. I thought we were still in the hotels that he paid for us.
yeah, no, we packed up and we left. We're on the ship.
Oh, right. I remember now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, right now we're in a single room by ourselves, or
yeah, you're in your cabin by yourselves.
we share the same cabin.
Yeah, you are all in the same cabin room.
Is there anybody else in the room?
Nope, it's just It's just your group. The door is closed. There's a single porthole. There's your bunk beds, one little anchor table and stool, and just whatever you have on you. That's
what time is it?
It's after midnight. The ship has already left port. The seas are getting a little rough with some of the waves, but and the air is quite cold. But you being inside the cabin now, you feel a little bit more warm. That you don't have the air constantly blowing on you. Kind of feel your skin thawing out a little bit.
Is it clear out? Like, can we see the stars?
No. There's a little bit of cloud cover.
So is there any way I can check to see if maybe someone's listening in or whether or not it's more smart to even discuss anything personal on the ship right now?
I mean, you could make a perception check. Just kind of look around, see if you can hear anybody, kind of eavesdropping, snooping on you.
Okay.
All right, so 15. All right, so you go out. You kind of peek by the door. You listen. Give it a few moments, just seeing if you can hear anybody. Now, there's a small crew on the ship. It's about, not including Reese. Tag also making a perception with an 18. Looks like Ankba with a 5. All right.
They got it.
It's all good. So, again, just making sure that you're listening from the crew. Again, small crew, not including Reese. About 7 other figures, mostly human. There's a dwarf and a half-elf that's also part of the crew. So it's about 7 crew members in total. And then Reese and yourselves. But as you're listening, you're not hearing any footsteps in the immediate kind of little chamber hallway that's outside the cabins there. And listening by the walls where, maybe another cabin sits, you're not really hearing any activity there. So it sounds pretty quiet right now.
Okay.
Other than the occasional wave, hitting the side of the ship.
All right. So then,
do we know where we're going, or are we just on the ship?
He said he'll tell you more information in the morning and for you to rest up. And you're just going to your cabin room to, kind of put your belongings in. And, if you want to discuss what your next kind of, plans of action are before the morning.
All right. So, kind of quietly, I want to just tell everyone, in the group that, in my opinion, the reason that that I so quickly jumped to take this guy's offer was because, one, obviously it looked like he'd be a problem for us if we didn't, and 2, this allows us to keep your enemies closer, or whatever the saying is. We could get this guy if we decide to. At this point, a little easier than we could before, because now we're close to him in a sense. So that's basically. I just wanted to clear that up.
We're close to Reese.
Yeah, but through Reese and through this mission, we will get closer to him, and then we can maybe do something about our original.
We gotta find out a little bit more about this Reese character.
Because if anything, I know Vetch last time stressed that he was not sure why Anbach would do this based on his original morals, and
well, you said, we didn't really have a choice.
Right. Well, also, the reason that I was trying to egg you on to go this way was because of that, not just because I'm like, oh yeah, let's just go back on everything we originally were planning to do.
It feels good to be back out at sea with you, comrades.
Can't wait to watch you melt some more faces.
Oh, Dragonborn, you melt my heart.
Sounds like a fanfic waiting to happen.
Oh boy. Okay, that's all I wanted to do for now.
Some Anbach and Torn Yowie.
Well, I think it's called slash fiction. I think that's the term they use.
Let's not get too far off topic.
In fact, that could be what Mitch's character is writing, is that slash fiction right there for fun and profit.
I think we're all on the same page. I'm probably gonna hit the hay. It's been about 18 hours. I haven't had a drink, and
Well, I think we were already like sleeping, and then he woke us up, so we should probably just go back to sleep, I guess.
I don't know. We weren't back. We weren't asleep. We got settled in our cabin, and it's basically like, all right. Well, this is I think the first time that we've all been in a room alone together.
Yeah, sure.
Are we all in the same room? I thought we were
Yeah,
just
it's
staying
all four of us
cabin.
in the room by ourselves right now. We're sharing a cabin.
Bunking pretty tight. Torrin, if you get cold at night, don't.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Don't be a stranger.
I am a dragon.
You're an ice dragon. So.
Yeah, so
Well, it's technically it's all.
Friendly dragon.
Tyr is also here as well, but
yeah, Tyr.
but
And
the
Gob.
player
Or
well,
Gob.
Gob is not here.
Oh,
Gob is not here.
Where's our leader?
Where's Gob?
yeah.
They put Gob in his own little room since he was the quote unquote leader.
But he's on the boat.
He's on the boat, yes.
So he probably got a nicer room.
Yeah.
We gave Gob.
Tears.
He should be thanking us, not questioning our motives.
Well, when he has armed guard come and drag him to the dry manatee
Right.
in the middle of the day, he has right to question.
You should be
Hearsay.
thanking us. We just got him more work.
All right.
He'll be happy. He'll get over it. I love Gob. All right. Well, I'm ready to turn in for the night. So I think I fluff my pillow. What's my pillow?
Get the cold side.
Do I
Get the
have a
cold side
pillow?
of the pillow.
Just like a little straw pillow with a little, sack kind of stitched
Straw.
in the side. That's all it is. Little bits of straw wrapped up in like I don't want to say burlap, but just kind of a thick material, just kind of help keep some of the moisture out.
I feel like
Okay, so probably no cold side.
as I lay my head down on this kind of rather uncomfortable bedding, and I kind of think back to the 5 nights of splendor and big king size beds and orgy rooms and
All the
soft
people that you
pillows.
defeated.
Being hand-fed
Defeated.
grapes,
Yeah, exactly. and I kind of I think bittersweet might be the phrase, but it's that was fun, but it's not me. This is me, and I'm excited to be
The open sea.
kind of on the open sea, looking down the barrel of another adventure that I don't really know how it's gonna play out. I grip my necklace with my left hand and I shut my eyes.
All right. So as you all turn in for the evening, rest the ship. For some of you, feel more at ease, more comfortable here than you did back in the city. Something about being in the waters on the ship, just riding the sea waves. It's more than just putting you at ease. It's almost gives you the feeling of being free, being almost invincible. Like anything can happen. You're the masters of your own destiny. As you awake, you hear the sounds of rain hitting the porthole. You hear the crashings of both waves and thunder. Flashes of lightning flicker off in the distance. A storm rages as the boat pushes through the rough waters. You hear the creaking of the boards as the ship just kind of rocks to and fro. All right. What would you like to do? It's morning. It's probably, around 7, 8 in the morning. Somewhere in between there.
So it's a stormy morning.
Yeah, it looks like the storm was kind of brewing, and where your ship is going, you're either just entering it or maybe just exiting it. It's one of the feeder bands.
Either.
The storm, the edges of the storm.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha.
I think I get up and I motion out and I say I'm gonna go find Reese, see if I can get some information out of him.
Is it? It's not still raining, is it?
Oh, it's still raining. Yes.
Was. Oh, okay. Then go ahead, Katag.
I want to leave the cabin, see if there's any food on the ship for breakfast, and
Fatty.
done by the ship as well.
All right. So, in terms of foodstuffs, it's a lot of salted pork, jerky meats, things that can survive long trips on the water. So, it's not really any kind of fruits, things like that. They do have various alcohols, watered down whiskeys, beer, rum, things like that. Kind of things that keep you warm, but also keep you hydrated. Especially with all the salt and such with the foods.
I'm definitely gonna go have some of that salted pork. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you start helping yourself to some of the pork rations of the ship. Now, who else is going to see Reese? Is it just one person?
How about I grab some of the pork and I walk with Anbach to Reese with him?
Yeah, grab me some pork.
We're buds. Yeah.
All right, so while you're initially going to get pork, he's still going off to see Reese, so he's going to be in the conversation before you get back to him with the pork.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so Gob is also kind of going since he's been elected leader of your group. So you're taken to this stateroom where Reese is at. It's got a little fine rug, a much larger bed, more shelving with various knickknacks, some instruments, a little table with some maps and looks like charts. There's a couple, open books for some of the territories here. But as you enter in there, he offers you to kind of have a seat at this, little desk here. And he props his feet up. He has a little lizard in a cage. It's like a little pet. It's like a little bluish-skinned lizard with like these little fins on it.
Maybe a Tauren brethren?
So, and as he props his boots up, and he's very simple in his garb, but also neat in how he dresses himself. Yeah, he's got a little, almost like a little bandana that's been fitted to make a like a little hat to kind of pull his hair back, which is a little shoulder length raven colored hair. And he does have quite a bit of muscle, so look, he's in shape, what you would expect to see almost a sailor to have, good upper body strength, strong legs. He's somebody that, can endure the harshness of the seas.
It's not his first rodeo.
No, it is not. And he just kind of, you see him just kind of take like a little dagger out and he starts just kind of cleaning his nails. Well, let's get to the crux of why you're here. What your job is going to be.
Anbach's a really good name.
Hey, thanks, man.
Continue. It is. So, plan is simple for you. You and your lot just gonna protect the vessel. Do what you normally would do. And do it well. There's lots of pirates in these waters, and well, let's just say we want to protect what we have. It's very precious.
Oh yeah, and what would that be?
You don't need to know that. You just need to guard it. You need to guard this ship. Protect it with your lives.
It sounds super valuable. It just, can you tell us where it's located so that we can be sure that we're able to protect it?
You protect the ship, you protect its cargo. That is all you need to know.
Can I bust in the room with the pork?
Yeah.
Do we
Were you not
Okay, I bust in the rope.
He's got like this handful of salted pork, some of it's spitting out the side of his mouth.
My arms are full, so I kick the door open.
Your
I
arms are
quickly,
full of pork?
I quickly bring a few pieces of pork to Anbach, and
Thanks, bro.
I'm just like I have one arm just cradled with pork, and I'm picking it.
You got a lot of pork.
And I'm just really happy. I don't even care what's going on. I'm just happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it when Torrent's happy.
Okay, I want to ask, is there extra gold in it for us based on our performance in do we extra money for how well we do it? There's more people we kill, sort of thing.
Way to bury the lead there.
Why don't you? Let's see. Make a persuasion check. See if you can negotiate that. See if you can influence that there. Okay, so 16, not bad. So, yeah, you start to request, a little bit more with that. I think we may be able to flow a few more coin your way for a job well done, if that's what you're looking for. But remember, the priority is the ship. The ship needs to stay intact, its cargo especially. If anything happens to that cargo, well, I can't promise anything won't happen to you.
Okay, to be clear, by job well done, I mean murdering people, perhaps bashing heads in with potentially.
Whatever protecting the ship and the cargo entails, do it. But those are your priorities. Make sure they're your priorities.
I say with a full mouth of pork, oh, you'll have to watch out for our Goliath here, because he'll just chase two guys across the field while we kill the captain of a crew if we're fighting Irish.
And I start laughing. I go, it's an inside joke, dude. You wouldn't. I don't think you get
Also, I say since I wasn't here when you introduced the mission, I say, oh, so we're just kind of doing the same thing we did last time.
last time.
Yeah, protecting a ship.
Yeah, he knows what we're good at. So Reese, it's Reese, right? Do you mind if I call you Reese?
Mr.
What does the ship have a name?
No, the ship is not named. It is not.
Oh, that's bad luck, dude.
It's not on any ledgers. It does not fly any banners.
All right, can we give it a nickname though? Because that's bad luck, bro.
Just for the crew.
Yeah, just can we have a nickname
Inside.
for the ship? You don't have to put it on any logs or anything. I
Could we-
can't stand on a ship with no name. That's
Can we be called Reese's Pieces?
yeah, I like that name. Can we do it?
Whatever makes you
Yes.
feel safe.
Reese's Pieces it is. Woo!
We could call this the ship could be called the Peanut Butter Cup.
The peanut butter cup. And we're Reese's Pieces. How about that? The peanut butter cup.
We don't have to name it.
No, I accept.
I give a big grin and a thumbs up.
All right.
Peanut butter cup.
And so it shall be. A name was earned today.
All right.
All right. So, Mr. Reese's. So what's your deal? Like, what's your you work for that guy whose name I don't really remember right now.
Jesper.
Jesper, you work for Jesper?
I work for, let's just say, an organization that has many interests and many investors.
Right.
Ooh, an organization.
But Jesper's your boss, though, right? Like, he's your boss.
Currently.
Jesper's a very influential person, and we'll leave it at that.
Right. Right. So if, like, say something happened to the ship and the cargo, Jesper would be mad at you. Is that fair?
Well, if you do your job, then we won't have to worry about
Right. Okay.
what would happen.
All right. Yeah. No, I mean, we're going to do our job for sure. It's just, I kind of like to know what the chain of command is. So, but Jesper's a important investor.
Well, this is
And I throw up some air
essentially
quotes.
my ship, so you can think of me as your captain. And then you have your boss, Gob. So if you need a chain of command, there it is.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
Right. I keep forgetting we did that.
Yeah, me too.
And Gob's just kind of folding his arms, not really saying anything, just...
Oh, Gob, you're here? What up, dude? I didn't even see you.
Yeah, you try to give Gob some pork, he just kind of he puts a little palm up like, And he just kind of looks, he doesn't say much, he just keeps quiet himself, assessing kind of the situation, trying to read into this Reese gentleman before here.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I trust Gob. I'll follow Gob, and if Gob follows you, then, I'm on board. And I give Gob a thumbs up.
So, Gob is going to kind of speak up.
Huh.
And when he does,
Holy shit.
Everyone listen.
everybody just complete silence. So, I need to pull up this here just so I can see. Where are we headed? How long is this voyage? And Reese just kind of puts the dagger down on the desk. Oh, but he puts it back in his boot. And he just puts his hands together, just kind of folds the fingers, and then puts them behind his head, just kind of, with his feet still on the desk. Well, we are headed to the port of New Haven.
New Haven, damn.
New Haven.
Yes, it's one of the southern isles. Quite a few days from here, but should be an interesting journey. I'm gonna try to reveal it on the little map here.
Does this ship have? Would I have noticed this already? But does this ship have like guns, like cannons?
I mean, it does have things for defense with that. It's not a warship, though.
Is it more like a trade vessel?
Pretty much, it's a merchant vessel.
Sounds
So,
good.
What are we talking about? Like maybe like four cannons,
Probably about 6.
6. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. I'm trying to reveal the thing on the map, but the map is not cooperating. Keeps taking me out of mask mode. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. There we go. All right. So, I'm going to try to get you guys on this view here. Let's see. Sharing. Let's see. I'm just going to zoom in here. Sync. Client view. So this should bring you guys over to where New Haven is. If you zoom out, you can just see just how far away it is from your current location.
I didn't.
Did it pull up the map for you?
It's not pulling it up yet.
Okay, if it didn't pull it up, hang on. I'm going to force the map up. Share sheet. And
there it is.
then I'm going to just,
Jellyfish Haven.
yeah, I'm syncing the client view. So you should see New Haven.
Right.
And if you zoom out, you can see just how far away it is from where your current location's at.
Ah, yeah, okay. I see that.
Yeah, like I said, I had this map kind of spread out so you guys can have little adventures.
So we're looking at a world map. That's what that was.
No, no. This is not a world map. This is like a
a region map.
a regional map. Yeah, like a little country area. So the Jellyfish Haven is the region, and Jellyfish is just one of the many regions that make up the world.
Okay. Cool.
So wait. So if you were to compare this, is New Haven like an that, or is it like a Mediterranean situation where it's like two different continents?
Well, there's most of the they're not really there's not really continents in this world. There's a lot of islands.
Okay.
So it's a lot of island nations, island states. Some of the islands larger than others, but there's no real big continents here. That's why there's so many pirates moving around, and also the terrain is very geologically unstable. Sometimes you'll have, mountains of razor-like spikes and rocks just suddenly jet out from the ocean. Volcanoes will rise, while others will float and drift away. Some will sink to the bottoms of the ocean. The ones that are more stable is where settlements are usually built up. So that's where, like seawall came in. The island's been very stable, so people just congregate there to make a home. So a lot of people also choose the plundering life because they don't want to work or do anything with the island, so they just take everybody else's hard-earned work. So pirates have no respect.
Yeah.
But, pirate. All right. So, and where you all are at, let me update the map here. So if it was Alt.
Nope.
There we go. So you got to see where your progress has been. So it's going to take a little bit to actually get to New Haven here.
Okay.
And our goal is just to get this ship to New Haven?
From what you've been told, yes. You just guard it. The ship and its cargo is paramount.
Are there islands in between us and New Haven? Just because I can't see it based on the map.
You don't know.
Gotcha.
Does Reese know? Is that a question we could ask Reese, or?
Well, you can ask him.
Okay, well, I asked Reese. How many islands are there in between here and there, and how long do you estimate the trip will be?
Well,
if we don't get
there are several islands in the Jellyfish Haven, but between here and there, probably about 3 or 4.
Okay, cool.
And are you expecting us? I mean, you hired the absolute best bodyguard, like elite guards there are in the business to escort your ship. Are you expecting some opposition on this voyage?
As I said, very precious cargo. If all goes well, we'll make the Jellyfish Haven without any interruptions. But if we do have any interruptions, well, that is where you come in.
All right. Well, hey, do you have like a telescope or something, like one of those like a captain has? I don't have one. I'd like to just go do a quick peek-see-boo.
One of my crew,
Use your
the
L5.
crow's nest, may have one, but they kind of need it for their own job.
Yeah, but I'm like a little. Just want to go go have a look. Are we good here? Reese, Gob.
I'll be in as soon as Fancy Grounds decides to.
Yeah, I see. It's got you kind of connected and coming in.
Lies and slander.
Lies and deceit.
All right. So
So can I take my leave from this meeting?
Yeah, you all can pretty much go whenever you want. Reese just explained to you what you're doing here. You asked your questions, and now
before I go, can I make a keen perception around his office, see if there's any clues or hints about this guy and what maybe he's in the cargo, that sort of thing?
Make an investigation check with disadvantage, since you're not able to really flip through everything. You're just kind of scanning about, doing like a Sherlock Holmes bit.
Yeah, little Mind Palace action. Oh man, come on, dude!
Dropped
18.
You got distracted by the lizard. The pet lizard was just too damn cute, or too damn delicious looking.
wait, you mean the disadvantage made you lose 18 points on your roll?
You take the lower of 2 die. So you roll 2 die and you take the lower of it.
That sucks. Wow.
Yeah. All right. Well,
so yeah, 3. It wasn't 18, and then a 3.
On my way out, I think I look at the lizard and I'm like, "Hey, buddy," and then I leave.
All right. So Gob also takes his leave of the office. He will go to everybody else if you don't, and explain the situation that you are guarding this vessel and its cargo, which is unknown to you, but that is your prime duties during this voyage.
Are there? I'll leave as well, and then are there any? I don't know. Anybody on the ship that looks like they might be important or something that I should maybe go talk to? I don't know. Like what I should do about that.
Well, in terms of importance, Reese is the main one here. Looks like he's in the know. The others are just kind of deckhands. They're the crew that do the various raising the sails, swabbing the decks, making sure everything's working. The navigator, the lookout, some of the engineers doing some of the maintenance. So you have these various deckhands doing all these little jobs for this voyage.
Where's the lookout located?
He would be up on one of the masts in a little thing called a crow's nest.
Can I climb up there and say hello?
You can try. So once you make an athletics check.
When the game master says that, the answer is no.
No, the answer is you could try. His roll determines if it is a yes or a no. Does it succeed or does it fail? So Ambach starts trying to climb up this little rope nets, going up to this little bucket-looking structure high up on the mast. And this, as you start climbing up, you get up about 10 feet, and you're just like, yeah, it's great to be back on the sea. And then this wave comes crashing into the ship, jostles it, and you start flying off. Your legs kind of sway off. You think you grab back onto the net in time as you come back around, but your hand slips and you just fall to the deck, just landing on your back with a loud thud.
Okay.
Wait, what's pro?
What's what?
What's I
Proficient?
Yeah, you're proficient. You got +5.
I was gonna say I wanted to try to catch him and help him up to climb again. So
I don't think you got it.
That's why I did the athletics.
You're also a little bit laggy. I don't know.
Did he catch me?
No, he doesn't catch you with that. He starts to kind of move like he's trying to catch you, but he just fails to get you right in time. It's almost like a bad trust fall exercise.
I'm just eating the last pieces of my pork.
Only got you with one arm instead of 2.
I'm laughing at Katog's failed attempt.
I kind of pat him on the chest and like, thanks, buddy. The thought that counts. So maybe am I allowed to try again? Can I give that another shot?
Yeah, you can try to climb the rope again.
All right.
Oh,
As
boy.
I dust off my shoulders.
Step back, Doug.
Oh,
all right.
Give up.
So yeah, you get up and just kind of like, I'm all right. And then you just start climbing on that rope. You're a little rusty. You haven't been on the ship in a little while, but you start rocking this net rope, just climbing up. And eventually, as it narrows up to where the crow's nest is, you get to the lip of it, and you kind of pull yourself up and land inside of there. It's very cramped up there, and there's a burly little dwarf there, bald head, little tattoo on his face. Looks like almost draconic style tattoo. It's almost tribal. Got a long red beard, single braid going down. And he looks over at you. He's got the little spyglass and... What the hell do you want?
Just, I kind of wanted to come up here, get some fresh air. I'm Ambach. What's your name?
You want to get some fresh air, and you go straight to the crow's nest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got a nice breeze up here, good view. That was a little cramped, but you're not a big dude. I think there's room. Sorry, did I offend you by coming up here, man? Like, I don't just trying to get my bearings about the ship. Crow's Nest is the best place to start. Gives me a good top-down view.
So he just kind of looks you over and... All right. Well, why don't you have a seat? My name's Ador.
Ador. I had a cousin named Ador.
Your cousin's a dwarf?
Huh?
Your cousin's a dwarf?
Yeah.
That's the ticket, sure.
He's a dwarf. I mean, he wasn't like my blood cousin or anything. He's just
adopted.
my cousin, you know what I mean? Give him a knowing, like, what's up? And then,
Give him a dab.
I say, like, hey, do you mind if I take a peek through your spyglass? I just want to kind of see. Take a gander at the open ocean.
This is weaponized awkward.
Well, normally don't let anybody handle my tools, but for you... Eddie, hedge of the spyglass.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you meant. All right, so I take the
You
spyglass,
wooed
and can I take a look around, kind of see if I can see land or some ships, or just overall take a look at the ocean?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Come on, baby.
So, as you're looking out through the ocean, it's still raining, and there's still a lot of storm clouds, lightning's crashing. Through the rain and some of the haze, you're not really able to see too far with that. You try to wipe off the edge of the spyglass, but you're pretty much seeing ocean just about everywhere with that. Occasionally a ship rocks violently just from a wave hitting the side of it. It careens and corrects itself back. You just see all the waves, these 8-foot waves just kind of coming towards the ship, going all through the ocean.
Do I see any sea life in there?
Not really. They don't really tend to go on the surface in storms like this.
All right. Well, I close it. I hand it back to him, and I'm like, "Thanks, man." And I give him a little a smile and a mental boop on the nose of my prestigious nation. And then I guess I climb down. Or actually, no, I don't climb down. I say, so I say, like, so what's your deal? Like, why are you on this ship? You've been working for Reese for a while?
About a year. Pays well. Jobs are usually pretty simple.
Yeah, you getting any got any crazy war stories?
Well, I have to admit, it hasn't been as exciting as I hoped to be out in sea, but things are starting to look up. Just gives you a wink.
Oh man.
I think you have given this person the wrong impression, good Sirrah. Or perhaps the right one.
Yeah, right, exactly. Or the right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I lie.
More to the fan fiction, the merrier. Right?
So what do you? Can you? I'm new here. You know, this is my first day on the job. Happy to be here. Can you? What can you tell me about Reese? Like, apparently we got some precious cargo. Like, you know anything about that?
Other than it was heavy as hell, no. Carrying that thing in the middle of the night, the ice cold dock. Hate all this cloak and dagger crap.
Yeah, I hear you. That's heavy stuff is not fun. I don't like heavy stuff at all. So where'd you guys put it? We're in charge of security around here. I just want to be sure that it's secure. Yeah.
It's in the cargo deck, where all our
Cargo deck.
store is.
Right. Cargo deck. Yeah, well, that sounds good. So has Reese always been your captain on board the Peanut Butter Cup?
Does he know the name that we just gave it?
It takes him a moment to kind of figure out what you're referring to with that, but about a year.
Hello.
And not always on this ship, no. We're assigned different vessels as needed.
Ah, how many vessels are there in the fleet?
Not sure what you mean by the... I've been personally on 6 different vessels.
Oh yeah, and Reese isn't on all of them, so. Well, have you heard of the Leviathan? Have you heard of that guy? That whole thing?
You mean Captain Tyleri's ship, the Leviathan?
Yeah.
Everybody claims to have heard about that. Everybody's heard the ghost stories. Let him go out and terrorize the seas. As long as he stays away from our corner of the world, I'm fine. There's plenty of money to be made over here.
Right. Yeah. That's wisdom right there, if I've ever heard it. Well, all right. Thanks. Nice to meet you. Really nice to meet you. Thanks for letting me share your crow's nest up here. And how'd you get up here? You don't look super.
He holds up his dwarven like hands, kind of like short like sausage fingers, but he just kind of just holds them up to you. He's like, these may not look like much, but they're very strong hands. He just kind of nods at you.
Yeah. Strong hands
The
are
subtext.
useful.
The
Don't forget
subtext hurts.
Don't forget to get his digits, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back down to the deck, but you know where to find me. And I give him another prestigious nation boop.
All right, and he goes back to looking
If your
about.
character gets raped on this voyage by that dwarf, it's your own fault. And there's no court in the land that would find that guy guilty. This is one of those situations of you were literally asking for it.
I mean, I don't discriminate. Yeah. Do I have to? Can I just get down, or do I have to make another athletics check? It's pretty high.
No, we're
You're
gonna make
gonna be
another athletics check. No, acrobatics would be more if you're just jumping off, but that's a pretty high height there.
Yeah, no, I want to climb down. I'm not.
Might actually injure yourself.
Yeah, you're pretty much be just trying to reduce some of the damage at that point if you're just jumping off, but you'd still take some damage.
Yeah, no, I want to climb down carefully.
All right, go ahead and then roll your athletics to climb down.
Oh god.
No, one. But thankfully, for
my
checks,
lord.
ones are not a critical failure. But with your bonuses, a 4 modified is not going to be enough to climb down safely. So you kind of climb over the edge of the crow's nest, and you grab onto the rope. You start to go down the rope.
Can I make a check to see if I catch him? This time instead of
Sure.
Can
I
I
write an epic poem of this fall.
can I scream on my way down?
Katana.
Like,
Wilhelm scream. Is it athletics?
Yeah, if you're going to catch him, athletics.
I'm suspended in
Oh!
midair.
Oh man!
So Ankmak's falling, and Torin just kind of catches him like that scene out of The Princess Bride, just kind of arms out. Poof.
Like a little baby.
And I don't shudder at all.
Well, a giant baby. No, I think.
And so am I just in his arms right now?
Yes.
I give him a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. I'm like, thanks, pal. You're a true friend.
I set you down and I pet you on the back and then I walk away awkwardly because that was a little too much for a dragonborn. A little bit too much intimacy.
Tyr will lean over to Kvetch because apparently I've probably just been standing by this whole time. He's just gonna say, is there something of our friend that you should tell me?
Personal.
No, I'm as confused as you are.
Oh, there's nothing confusing about what I just saw. I know what that means. Someone is going to get some dwarven ale tonight, if you know what I mean.
All
And
right.
by that I mean sex. Dirty dwarven.
They're going to bang some rocks later.
I put my fingers in my ears and I go la 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 la. That I can hear him, obviously.
All right. So can I look for the cargo hold? Like, do I know where that is, or do I have to look for it?
You can start exploring the ship, looking for the cargo
I'd
hold.
love to explore this ship.
And you go down. It's not a very big ship, so there's only a couple decks there. You get to the cargo hold where you see these large wooden crates. These crates probably about 4.5 feet wide, about another 4 feet in height, and probably about 6 feet thick, just going back. There's these large, almost like these large rectangular crates.
Is there anybody around who's like on guard?
No, that's essentially what you're being paid for, is to protect
We're the
this
guards.
cargo and the ship itself.
Can we? I mean, is anybody with me right now?
I'm with you, dog.
Yeah.
I guess I am also with him.
Can we take a gander at the like open up one of these crates and see what's inside?
Yeah, you can pop it open. So,
Where's our leader at?
Gob?
Reese.
He's not here.
I think he means. Or you don't mean Gob? You mean Gob? Okay, never mind.
What?
I thought you meant Reese.
You mean Gob or
Oh
Reese?
no.
Reese is doing his thing in the stateroom and going over navigational charts, talking to
I
the
meant God. Be clear.
ship's navigator. Gob is not here. Gob is kind of on the main deck, going back and forth, just kind of looking at, doing what you're doing, kind of talking to some deckhands, just kind of sizing up the crew, everything that's going, just trying to get as much of the situation as possible, what he has to work with, what you're all protecting, seeing, maybe vulnerabilities of the ship. He's doing his Merc thing. It's not his first rodeo.
All right, so box popping open the chest or whatever.
Yeah.
Want to?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so make a strength check.
Can I get some help with this?
Oh, you mean like me and Katag help you?
All right, so if you're getting help, roll the die again because you do get advantage on it. So
I
just
get
roll it one more time.
advantage?
So you got a 9 on your first one.
Okay, so I advantage and roll strength.
No, just don't hit advantage. Just roll it again. So you're supposed to do that for the first
Can
one.
I use my
But
crowbar?
since you rolled ahead of time, just roll it again. All right,
Ooh.
so 20. All right, so Arnpa, you start gripping your fingers in and you start pulling on this wooden crate. You hear the wood start to kind of creak and splinter, and then the nails start popping off, and you hear the loud pop as the lid, part that was nailed shut, is now loose.
So it's open?
You can look inside. You see a layer of a lot of straw inside, which is basically its packing.
Right. I think we kind of remove it carefully so that we can replace it in a second.
All right, so you start pulling the straw away, just trying to see what's underneath. And
Wait, who's doing that? Am I doing that?
well, you were saying that, so I would assume you were doing
so
that.
I think I'm doing it. Can I say like, hey, Katag, like you want to just keep an eye out and make sure nobody comes downstairs or wherever the hell we are.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Keep watch.
Yeah, Katag's trying to be quiet and just hear the rattling of the chain hitting the plate mail, the clang, clang. All right, so you start moving the straw, and after a few inches, after you remove it, you see what looks like a stone. And you remove a few more bits of straw, you see another stone. And you move more and more straw, and this crate is filled with large rocks.
Do these look like special rocks or are they just rocks?
They look like chunks of gray, kind of like light gray stones. Just unworked stones.
Sweet.
No wonder they were so heavy.
They smooth.
No, they're jagged. They're rough.
So they're probably not made for building anything like a structure.
No, they
Like
don't. They don't appear to be worked. You can make an investigation, see if you notice anything, unusual about them. All right, 12. So, looking over these, they look like just regular rocks, maybe from a mine or from something you'd find out, the wilderness, just a regular stone protruding out of the earth that somebody may have broken down with a pickaxe. But they've just taken the large bits of rocks, and that's what these appear to you to be, just regular large chunks of rock.
Can I make an investigation check to see if I can garner a little bit more information about these rocks?
Katag, you might as well do it.
No, I'm guarding.
Oh, it was so close to that.
14. So you're looking over these as well, just kind of seeing them. You don't see any ore, particles inside of these. They just appear to be like little chunks of granite.
What in the world? Maybe this one's a decoy and the other is this the only one? Or,
No, there's a couple in here. There's probably about 5 of them.
Maybe this one's a decoy and the other ones have more important things.
How big are they? Can we pocket one?
No, the rocks. The rocks themselves are about anywhere from 2.5 to 3 feet on average.
Okay.
Some of them a little larger, but the smaller ones are about a little over 2 feet.
Okay then.
Maybe we pack this one up nice and tight so it looks like we cover our tracks and we open up another one. What do you think?
How long is Torrent's tail?
How long is this? What?
My tail? My
Yeah.
tail.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
is that
intrigued about
something I should know? Should I answer that?
Yeah, it's your fucking tail. You should know.
I always imagine it to be kind of like I guess it's like
The short tail.
no, it's a pretty long tail. Like I'm able to like reach around my body and like probably itch my chest with it. So like maybe and comfortably, not like I'm not like stretching it to do it. So I don't know, like I don't know how many feet, like 5 feet,
Yeah,
6 feet,
That's what that sounds
something like that. And it's
Okay.
pretty girthy.
Okay.
It tapers, right?
Yeah, like it's basically like an extra limb,
like-
but longer than all my other.
It's like a Komodo dragon tail.
I guess, yeah. It like I can definitely slap the hell out of someone with it, and it might actually knock them out. I would like to assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, why though?
Wait, why did you ask?
Why are you so interested in my tail, Goliath? It's a weird thing to be interested in.
It's a very interesting group.
It because the wind from it when you wagged it was blowing on me while I was trying to take guard.
Oh, okay, whatever. I didn't know we had a high maintenance Goliath over here who needs to be pampered.
Can we open up another one of these chests?
I'm down.
All
right.
Yeah.
Whoever would like to open up another chest, make a strength check.
We're
Do you have
doing
to
the with
roll anything
advantage.
to repack the other chest?
Who's
No,
gonna
you-
make the?
You can make a deception to see how well you make it look like it's been undisturbed.
Can we both do it?
Sure can.
Hold up.
So 12 and a 7.
Ah, shit.
Somebody help us with this shit because we're not doing a good job.
I was gonna say.
I'll come in.
Althea. Excuse me, not Althea. Tyr
She's
is
in
gonna
another
reach-
world.
Tyr is gonna reach over when you said, "Can someone help us with that?" And there's gonna be a slight sparkle from his fingertips as he taps you on the shoulder, and you're gonna get guidance. So you get to add a D4 to your when you make your attempt. You get to add a D4 to the roll.
Oh, so can I try again?
No, you just roll the 4-sided die. The one that looks like a little triangle. Okay, so you're basically adding 3 to your 12, so you're going to have a 15 for that check.
All right.
All right, so you're putting back the straw to make it look like it hasn't been disturbed. And let's go with the ones opening the other chest, the other crate.
So is he rolling an advantage check, or are we both rolling something?
If you're going to use the help action, whoever's going to roll can roll with advantage. Otherwise, you both would roll 1, and that's going to be treated like the advantage roll.
I have a plus. Wait a minute. My strength is 16. What plus 3? What's yours?
Well, I have a +5 on athletics. If we're doing, is it athletics or is it
it's
strength?
It's
Strength, just straight strength. Not
Oh, do I have to go to
skill.
main?
Yeah,
Main
you go to
page?
main and click on the strength stat. Should be like a little dice by it.
16
plus anything.
+3.
Okay, so it's the same. So you roll. I'll help you.
Okay.
Okay, so click on the ADV button and then click
Oh,
on your strength. They'll roll it with advantage.
And Tyr will tap you as well.
so click on ADV and roll my strength die.
Yes.
And then a D4,
Okay.
right?
Wait, strength regular die and then D4.
Yeah, click on the advantage button and then roll your strength first. Let's do that
Okay.
one step at a time. Okay, and now roll the D4. So you're going to probably beat. Close. I was thinking you're going to beat 25, but yeah. So you have a 24 with the guidance. Pretty damn good. You just take one hand and just lift the top of the nails, just kind of popping out of their slots from the wood as you do so. You hear the wood just kind of bend and creak as you just lift it up with ease, like you're just opening up a lid to a little cupboard or anything. And again, you see a big layer of straw covering the top as packaging, as cushion.
Okay. So
Can we remove that carefully and take a gander?
Okay,
at this?
doing the same thing, just removing layer after layer of straw. Eventually, you get to what looks to be more granite rocks like the other crate.
what? Oh man. Okay. I feel like we're overstaying our welcome.
I don't know if we have to check another one.
Yeah.
Can I make another investigation check about these rocks? These ones, see if
Sure.
they're any different.
I would like to do the same
All
thing.
right, both roll investigation. 19 from Akba and
okay.
6
Don't
from
need
Torin. So Akba,
Yeah.
you're looking over this, and these, while they may have not come from the same boulder or rock face that the others came from, they're similar type. They're just, what they look very average granite rocks. They could be probably carved down to make, working stone with it, but nothing of exceptional value.
I look at Ambach and I say this has to be a decoy, but I don't know if we should go snooping anymore.
I think this is like a trap. Like, why are we protecting rocks, dude?
I mean, we could
I
just.
say we haul one of these up there and call Reese on his bullshit. Like, what's happening?
We could do that. We have. Let's see.
They're not valuable. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're. I mean, yeah. I'm not really too afraid of what could happen. I mean, what could they do?
Yeah,
we're the fighters.
If shit's about to go down, I would rather, attack.
Yeah.
Front
Okay.
on now,
So-
while we've got this boat and there's 6 of us.
Could all three of us, and I don't know if Tyr wants to like do guidance or something. I don't know what he could do, but could we all just like bring one of these over there or something?
Yeah.
You could. So as you're discussing this, again, the ship's still kind of rocking from the waves, and all of a sudden, you hear a bell from up above just ringing, shouting coming from the main deck, and not too long after the shouting, this large rusted iron grappling hook pierces the hull of the ship. This hook is probably about 3 feet into the ship of the hull, where you're at in the cargo hold, and these little claw-like appendages come out and pull into the wood tight. You hear the rattling or pulling of chains. And then you hear another one hit the hull in another area.
Okay, so we're being attacked.
Something's going on. You're not quite sure what.
Okay, so
grappling hook through the hull of our ship is no good.
right. So I mean, what should we do?
I think
Well, apparently, we're not gonna waste time to power up these boxes.
Yeah, at this point, we were gonna bring it to him anyway and tell him we did it anyways.
Okay. All right. So you're going back on the deck. Are you taking a rock with you?
No, there's no rock with us. As soon as that happens, I think it's like
Is there a rock with it?
We're not.
As soon as that, I think I at least stop what I'm doing as it's related to this cargo full of rocks and run up to the deck.
Yeah, same.
What's happening?
I follow on Bach.
Everywhere.
Yeah, Cheer will keep up.
All right. So
Just imagine Katag holding the rock, being like, "Where did everybody go?"
Man, why everybody leave me here, man? It's not funny. All right.
Why you guys leave us good rocks?
Because you guys don't value rock.
I'm really excited to see what this is.
Oh yeah, I know you've been waiting for this for a long time. Just getting the tokens on the map here. Just pull in Betch, Tier, Mr. Gob.
Are you gonna pull up a different map, or?
Oh yes,
should we
there is a map coming. I'm just
Okay,
making sure
cool.
of it. Yeah, I think Katag's
Sweet.
missing off of it. All right, so
I keep
go ahead. All right. So you should see a new sheet pop up.
Yes.
Waiting for it to
All
load
right.
for the stream here.
Oh
It
my!
hasn't loaded up for me either.
Boarding party.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, my. Hold on. I click wait for to respond, but my client is doing that white screen not responding thing.
It's taking a bit to load up. It does it all the time. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Mine's in non-response mode too.
And it's
That's-
still pretty. Is it still rough weather out? Like.
Oh yeah,
raining,
it's still
thunder?
raining.
Okay, here we go. I'm good now.
I'm not. There we maybe.
And to think we were about to
There we
confront our captain.
I know, right?
I mean, I'm carrying the rock.
So before anything major goes down, which side of the boat is the side with the cargo on it?
I think it's in the middle.
It's in the lower decks.
Oh, so like under the first level.
Yeah, it's below deck, so the cargo is
Okay.
not on here. So I'm letting you kind of move your tokens around, kind of get a little placement. Welcome back, Celtic.
Where am I? I don't think I'm here.
Who are we missing?
Unless someone's on top of me. Torin.
Torin? I am not seeing Torin. That is correct. Here we go.
You told us to position ourselves.
Yeah, just put yourselves on the deck here. I'm getting the opposition placed on the board here. Okay.
There it is.
And this one's going to be here. All right, so just so you can see what's going on here. All right, so there's all these little... So this ship that's currently attached to your ship here, there's these little ladders that kind of have these vicious-looking, similar iron hooks at the end of them. They're connected into the railings of your ship here, kind of keeping the two ships parallel. The creatures that you see here, they're very small, almost putrid yellowish skin. They have rusted iron caps with little jagged pieces of metal at the top. Similar pieces and bits for the shoulders, elbows. The bracers they wear around their arms and shins also are a little bit spiked. The pieces that wear the chest looks like very dark, wet leather. Their weapons are also similarly spiked, but they have little crossbows. The ship itself almost looks like it's been piecemealed. There's various bits of iron patches on the sides. The wood is warped, misshapen, doesn't quite fit in some places.
Oh.
Lots of jagged bits. So this ship is what's attacking your ship. This is what's been attached to your ship here, and it looks like the goblin creatures here are trying to board.
Okay.
Let them come.
So
So I want you guys to roll initiative.
right. Oh wow, God! It's 2 fights in a row, and I've gotten worst initiative.
Well, I mean, there has been worse initiative, but Tyr is rocking it on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So is
For
Vetch.
sure.
Good lord. All right, so we're gonna go to. Looks like everybody's in here.
How does Vetch have +3 initiative? That's dang.
I think it's like intelligence.
Dexterity.
Probably dexterity.
Yeah, Dex is initiative, so
I mean, there are other things you can do to raise it, but that's going to be the main one right off the bat. And yeah, dexterity is what's given his. So, with that said, Tyr, it is your turn. You with a 20 initiative.
when I
We have
come
a
back, I'll
combat
just come back
tracker.
with a vengeance.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so Tyr is going to begin by moving. I'm gonna hop down off this deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right here. So he kind of runs around a bit, gets to the lay of the land. I'm gonna use my standard action to cast Mage Armor on myself.
All right.
Because I don't want to die. That would be a bad way for me to cramp my style.
Dying would be bad.
I've got to find combat. So Tyr is going to target Tyr. And cast.
Yep, targeting yourself. I'm just checking the effects on here.
Armor.
Perfect, I see the AC modification on there.
And that's it for me.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna draw his dagger.
Okay, you can do that part of his move. All right, so Tyr casts Mage Armor, has his weapon in hand. That's going to end his turn. Vetch, you're up. Make sure you guys are actually in your squares. There we go.
They always start so far away. Maybe I shouldn't complain.
I mean, you could start up close. I mean, it worked well against the dwarf.
Yeah, we're. So I said maybe I shouldn't complain. I'm just gonna move. Let's see. Where are my squares? Here come all the arrows. Well, I'm just gonna move this where Anbach is elevated, right? Like up here.
Yes,
Oh, it's like a higher
yeah, there's
deck?
little steps. That is correct. It's about
Would
10
it
feet
take
higher.
an extra action to move up there? Or
No,
consume
not really. You
the-
just you're gonna have to use the steps to get up there, but that's pretty much it.
these over here, right?
So you move.
Yes,
normally.
those are the steps. Yeah. So you're just
Okay.
basically moving in those squares to get up there. I mean, you could try to leap and climb up there with athletics, but we know how that well worked on a simple dirt hill.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
All right.
Climbing anything seems to be the bane of low-level parties.
Yeah, they seem to get stuck there.
It's because climb checks are weird. They're relatively static, but they start very, very hard.
All right, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run over to this side. We're not gonna go up, but we're just gonna get a little closer
Okay.
and then just stop.
All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. All right, so now these wonderful, wonderful beings are going to start going. So,
Sweet.
taking out his, having his already bow in hand, he is going to fire at Ankh-Ba. You just hear this, and he aims at you, fires, and only hits an AC at 8, so it's still raining. The ships are still rocking back and forth, even with the grappling hooks and ladders hooked in. It's moving the ship enough where it just throws off his aim. Bolt just goes flying over your head, Ankh-Ba. That's an amazing feat considering your height. So he just kind of gets pissed. And as such, he is going to go over here and crouch down to give him some cover here. Let's see. Do they have that on here? Prone, corporal fighting. No. I thought they had... Is it modifiers? There we go. Cover. It's not going to apply it on him. Alright. Try to do it manually here. Okay. Hopefully that works. I don't think that's going to work in this. There we go. Alright, so that should work for this guy. Next creature is going to go. This one over here is going to... Let's see. Where's his move? Check this quick. Alright, awesome. 10. Alright, so he is going to start running up to here. And he's going to attack Ankh-Ba with a scimitar. Because this is attached to the upper deck over here. And he is going to hit with a 20, so he just comes charging up. Pulls up the scimitar, does this wild slash as it comes across your midsection, and deals 3 damage. Not the most impressive swing, but he managed to make contact. Now this other one here is also going to charge across. Let me see. Okay. In fact, he's going to fire with his bow. He's going across, and he's going to fire this at Vetch, who's the closest. He is going to hit with a 15 as the arrow pierces Vetch's side, dealing 3 damage. Wow. They're lowering the lowest possible damage possible.
They've got some dull arrow tips.
Apparently. But that's okay. Let's see. This one is upper deck. He... well within range. 80 feet with that. This one is also going to fire at Vetch, being the closest. With a critical hit. Oh, you had to mention the dull tips, didn't you?
Oh my god.
But how much damage?
Fuck! That one wasn't a dull tip. That one was a rusted, serrated arrow tip, as it rolls maximum damage on a critical hit for 14 damage on Vetch. She is down.
Great. Luckily, we have probably a few healing spells, so...
Alright, this one
Well,
is...
I don't have any healing spells, and I was
Tyr
able to
does,
get
though,
that
right?
shot. I was
Well,
able to
Tyr
get
is
that
blessed
shot
by the
blast.
gods.
Well, this
That
one
is
is going
what
to
Tyr does.
fire at Tyr with a 16, since he's the closest to him.
Okay.
And deal 7 damage.
Do I want to shield that? 7. How much HP do I have?
Took a good chunk of it.
Yeah, it's half it. I'll be fine. I'll save that.
Alright. Well, let's see. This one is also going to fire at you. And it's going to be a 19. So 19 on Tyr.
That one I should have shielded. That one we're not gonna allow. We're gonna drop a shield on that.
Alright. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna get that fixed on you here since you got the shield. We're gonna do that 7 wounds there. Okay, you should be back up to full. So, yeah, he fires. Arrow comes careening out. As it looks like it will hit Tyr, like, dead on into the face. This golden, semi-transparent shield just materializes, sparking in midair. The arrow just bounces off of that, breaks, some of it going into the water, the part just rolling on the deck. Now it is Ankh-Ba's turn. Looking at the bleeding wound that the goblin slashed across his abdomen.
Yeah, I was... to kill this fucking goblin. So what I do is
Is Discord breaking out for anybody else?
Is the what? A little bit.
Discord.
Did
Yeah,
I
this
just lag?
Discord is being weird.
It's not like lagging constantly, but when it does lag, it lags for like a good 5 seconds.
So just to check again, I only have to roll the spear two-handed black die.
The spirit. Oh, you're talking about if you were using it two-handed?
Yeah.
Yes, so there's the two-handed one, so roll... Yeah, you can just drag and drop that or on the monster token there. Make sure you target him.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you want to do that way, auto... Oh!
Sweet.
Ankh-Ba, the crit machine. All right, roll your damage. I think we're going to see a goblin explode.
I can pick up the formula 1d8 plus 3 piercing.
Yeah, the weapon damage right next to it, just drop that on the same goblin. It'll auto-calculate the critical hit. That's why I love this version here. Yeah, so the goblin's just still snickering. Its scimitar still coated with some of your blood, the rain washing it off. You just take the spear, you look at it, your hands just knuckle white on it. You thrust it right into the goblin, picking him up off his feet. He slides down the spear a little bit, just so it gets close to your face, you know, and you just kind of sort of look in his eyes as the life just exits his body, and then you just kind of flick the body off the spear. Just rolls down with a thud.
Ocean?
Yeah, into the water. It's just.
Bye bye.
All right. Can I do? Is diving an action, or can I move into the water?
I mean, you can dive into the waters if you want to do so.
Yeah.
What?
What?
'Cause you have a
Think about how difficult climbing is right now.
Well, with him, he's got a natural swim speed, I believe.
I'm a Triton, dude.
Yeah, he's got a natural
Yeah.
swimming speed, so he's fine if he jumps in the water. Anybody
Well-
else though would have to make the athletics.
He can move, but he can't
With the
climb
water.
better because of that. And
Well, I
climbing
mean, he'd
is
be in the
pretty-
water. We weren't talking about climbing. We're talking about him just diving in the water and being in the water. If he wants to climb
Yeah,
after
but
that,
he doesn't want me to do it
completely
because-
different story.
He doesn't want me to do it because
You won't be
Dude,
able to get back to us
Apex,
quickly.
what I want to do is I want to come down here and fucking Assassin's Creed pull this dude into the fucking.
I mean, if you really want to do that, then be my guest, man.
I really want to do that.
All right.
Well, also, it'll shield me for a turn from any damage. I already got hit.
I just want you to remember if we got both of our healer, or one of our healer and our other character who's a support character are currently very heavily damaged. So just up to you, man.
So what would you have me do? Peel back up into the middle of the ship?
I mean, I don't know. Possibly, in case.
You just don't trust my.
You can do what you
kindness,
want, man.
please.
Do what you want, If we have to re-roll a new character for churns.
No, don't you put that on me. That's bull.
All
right.
It's fine. Do what you want, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I dive in and swim here, all underwater. So I'm trying to shield myself from attack.
Okay, so yeah, you're under the water. You dive down. Now you don't get that far because you're going deep under the water. Just to make sure that they can't see you. So you're more of over here.
Okay.
But with all the waves that are going about, where the ships are moving about, they can't see you underwater. It's just black.
Yeah.
So you are effectively, I'm going to give you the invisible condition. Just for right now here. So they can try to fire at you, but it's going to be very difficult for them to hit you. All right. Katag. Artist
Okay,
of Katag
I got a question.
aiming up for a charge here.
Yeah. Over here. But my question is Pirate 3, is he still on the ladder thing, or is he on the...
He's still on the ladder thing, which is attached to the hull of the ship, the little railing. So, but he is still on the ladder itself. He's not actually on your ship.
Okay, I want to do my action, this rock in my hand, I want to try to break the connection.
I heard break the
Possible.
connection, and you just kind of dropped off.
I have a rock, I still have the rock in my hand,
Okay.
and I use that rock to try to break the connection to the ship.
You could try.
How am I going to do that?
All right, so make a attack. Well, are you throwing the rock, or how exactly are you trying to break the connection with the rock? Describe, how you trying to do it.
I mean, it's
Bam,
pretty heavy,
bam,
but
bam.
I'd say throw it. I'd say throw it at the...
All right,
at
so
the
if you're throwing it, make a
and hoping he falls in with it.
all right.
If it...
Make an attack roll, and we're gonna add your strength to it.
How do I do that?
So just roll a d20, and we're just gonna see what your strength modifier is. So it's 3. So you can either change the modifier at the bottom to +3, or we can just roll the d20 and just add 3 to whatever number pops up. All right, so you got 7, so 10 with the rock. So you toss the rock at it. When you throw it, with the way the ships are bouncing, it doesn't hit the latch. Kind of one of the latches. There's 2 little hook latches on the ladder here. It doesn't hit one of them kind of dead on. It kind of hits to the side of it, just banging into it, denting it a little bit, but it doesn't break the hold on the hull of the ship.
He tried.
All right, so you're up there now. You can use your fighter ability to make an attack if you want. Don't forget you have these things.
Oh yeah.
So
Was
it's the action surge.
the second wind?
No, second one's a healing, which you could
Right,
still do
right,
here.
yeah.
And Torin, don't forget you have your breath weapon as well.
Right.
All right, so if you're going to do the action surge, you can take another action. If you like, you can use that to make an attack on the Goblin Pirate.
Yeah.
You didn't make an attack roll on it.
Oh, I picked the wrong. Okay.
So hang on, let me correct that. Pirate 3. So just roll the attack roll on him. See if you didn't hit him. Okay, so you hit him. So
Nice.
all right, so that's the damage applied to him.
Oh, it's so close to me.
All right. So yeah, he's badly when. What are you doing? Whoa! Hang on. What are you rolling 2
I
damage?
thought you.
No.
Oh, I thought you
no,
told me to-
No,
oh, my
he's
bad.
only got 9 damage on him.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, because you rolled the damage first, so we're just using that. And we're just seeing if you hit him with the other one.
Oh, okay. I thought you took that off and. I was gonna
Nope. We're just applying that. So yeah, so he's got 9 damage on him, not 18 damage.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, so he's still standing, but he's badly wounded as this 2-handed sword comes by and just he tries to jump out the way, but the sword's too big and it just cuts right across his midsection through the leather chest piece that he has. You see the blood starting to pour out. Some of the blood sprays on you as the blade catches him. The rain's already starting to kind of wash it off. All right, Torin. Torin,
right.
with Vetch bleeding underneath your feet. There's a goblin badly wounded trying to get on the deck of your ship. Tyr is being attacked by ranged weaponry. He's got a glowing magical shield blocking it right now.
And actually, interestingly enough, after Vetch went down, what you would have noticed is Tyr's eyes are glowing strangely.
Strangely,
His
how?
eyes are not his eyes aren't a natural color normally anyway. Right now, they've got a soft bluish white glow going behind them, and he's just got his eyes locked on Vetch.
All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and this guy's still alive, right?
The one in front of yes, he is still alive.
Okay. This is oh, whoops. I mean, click on you. All right. This is a place I can stand, right? Correct.
Yeah, you're basically just on the by the rail of the ship, but yeah, you can stand there.
Okay. I'm just gonna swing my greatsword at him and try to finish him off. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, so you go charging up, leap onto the rail, and you're swinging your greatsword. Roll your 2 hit. 10. Oh, you didn't drag. Let me. All right, so
I
you
did the
you
wrong
have to.
one.
Yeah, no, it's the right one. You just didn't drag it on top of him, so it doesn't auto calculate.
Oh.
That does not hit him though.
Okay.
So yeah, he's still kind of. Yeah.
The dying.
I can't believe he's not dead.
Can I still move a little, or is my move done?
You can do it. Doesn't he have a surge too?
I don't want to use it, but is it possible since I didn't move my full distance to move a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. You can spread your movement up between an action.
Okay,
So
I
if
would
you're
like to
attacking-
move right back in front of Vetch to
He
block
just
him.
runs out,
Just-
and goes back.
It was just like just swing the sword, miss. Okay,
Well,
fine.
because Vetch is already
Not gonna wallow.
well, Vetch is already prone, so if they try to shoot at her, they're gonna have disadvantage on that anyway. But
Oh,
if they
really?
go up in melee to her, that is bad
Right.
because they're gonna have an easier time hitting her, and if they hit, it's gonna cause lots of failures. So
It's like putting a pawn by a queen in chess and making sure they don't take a queen.
there
Gotcha.
you go.
Right.
All right, so now it's Gob's turn.
Yes.
All right, Gob is gonna move over to
Yes,
Vetch.
step now.
And Gob is going to. Let's see. I think that was Was that wisdom or intelligence? Let me see which one. Because the NPCs don't have the same skill list you guys have.
Yeah, if Gob
Wisdom.
looks like he's Dave,
Yeah.
if Gob looks like he's walking over to Vetch, Tyr is going to speak out in a very odd tone. In fact, his voice is just completely altered, and he's just going to direct to Gob. He's just going to direct to Gob. Deal with the invaders. I will take care of her, or I will take care of him.
Right.
Keep forgetting it's a male character.
Yeah. It's easy to forget.
It's all right. All right. Well. All right. He already rolled his action.
Okay.
But he'll move. Let's say 10. So 15, 20, 25. All right. So he's gonna move up here.
Okay.
And that's going to be Gob's turn here. Actually, wait, hang on. Yeah, he can see that one. So he's going to use as a bonus action. He's aggressive, which means he can move his movement speed towards any hostile creature he can see. He's going to move it towards number 6. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that is going to end his turn there. All right. With that, let's see. Top to round, Tyr.
All right. Tyr is going to start by moving toward Vetch. He is very, very strangely calm, much different than his normal demeanor. He's going to lean over, and he's going to lean down. His oddly colored eye, that strange gray one, that gray blue one is going to glow as he's going to like speak, and his voice is just very strange, almost doubled. And he's just going to whisper, "Vetch, your destiny has not yet arrived. Hear my words and allow my divinity to flow into you. Feel your soul return to this mortal."
All right.
Good night.
The very end of what you said got cut off. Discord.
Yeah.
He said, "Reverse the course of fate and rise."
Okay.
Have to control
Just wanted to make sure you didn't say what you were casting, and we all missed it.
Yeah, he's targeting Vetch right now. He's going through the mechanics.
Okay.
Don't know if you guys can see the combat tracker on here. Yeah, it blocks up a little bit too much on here.
I think that applied damage to her for some odd reason.
No, it wound 5. I'm showing wound 5 on her. So yeah, her health bar went up. Trying to zoom in for the chat, though, so we're talking about. See, it says wounded, so she's got 5 health. Whoop! Didn't mean to rotate her.
And then
Did not mean to.
Vetch's body just starts sprawling uncontrollably.
that's 10,
It's powerful magics.
15. Tyr's going to take cover behind this pillar.
Okay, that will give you some cover. So your mage armor's still up. So we're gonna change up while you're behind that pillar. I'm gonna modify the mage armor here to 5. Okay,
Sure.
just so you understand, I'm just rolling in the same bonus effects.
And then I'm going to burn, as a free action,
Mask, really, not pillar.
I'm going to burn my sorcery points
Okay.
to regenerate a spell slot. And I'm done. That's it for me.
All
That
right.
should be awakened back up.
Well, she's not up. She's down, but she's awake. Or her character is awake. So, Vetch, you feel raindrops falling down on your face, on your beak.
Did I?
Your Discord went out.
You feel raindrops hitting your face and beak. The sharp pain of the arrow in your side. Torin is facing away from you, just chest heaving, looking at enemies. The sounds of combat still rage high. You're on the ground on your back. What do you do?
Would I have heard anything Tyr said?
No,
Okay.
you haven't heard anything.
So first thing would be, I guess, kind of, can you throw a dagger from crouching?
Well, you mean from being prone?
Well, like from like getting to your knees kind of thing. Like not fully risen, but not flat out either.
Well, I mean, you can, but you're going to be in one out of two states. You're going to still be considered prone, or you're not going to be prone. So, do you try to stay? Do you try to actually get up where you're not anywhere prone, or are you still going to be down?
No, I'm going to get up. I'm definitely going to get up.
Okay, so, but yeah, you can still kind of throw with that. It's just you lose half your movement if you get up, but you're no longer counted as prone.
Okay. And Goblin Pirate 3 is still wounded, right?
Oh, yeah. Badly wounded.
Okay. So, no idea exactly what happened. Obviously, something bad. Because things hurt and still disoriented. But the immediate thing that I can kind of see from peeking around Torin's giant bulk is this very wounded goblin that's almost, well, he is on our ship, but he looks like he's just kind of barely hanging in there. Don't want to go any closer to him, get to see how badly it feels. Like it kind of hit my head going down, which is definitely what happened. And just get to try to get kind of a gauge on how well I'm doing, how well my coordination is by seeing if I can actually hit this guy by throwing a dagger at him. So we'll just do that. Okie dokie.
Dave, I think I know what happened. I think it healed my damage too when I healed hers.
Oops.
Ah, okay.
I fixed it.
All right, so you pick the dagger up, you put it in your hands and throw it at the goblin. The dagger goes flying off and just hits the railing near the goblin's feet. Just kind of sticks in the railing. Just thump.
Okay, and Kvetch thinks like, man, I'm way worse off than I thought. Things are kind of swaying, double visioning a bit, and yeah, swing and a miss.
Yeah, you got knocked around pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, see in double and you aim for the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he doesn't know where Ankh-Ba is at. He just knows he dove into water. But he sees this really pissed off orc charging across the ship, so he's going to fire at that orc. Just barking orders in his goblin language, pointing, and throws arrow his way, and misses Gob. So the arrow just flies off at Gob. Still running, charging. The other one here by Katag, the one's badly wounded. He is going to use... So what he's going to do is he's going to attack.
Why does it say that he's unconscious?
Because you rolled a double damage before. And I haven't removed the effect, so...
Gotcha.
Easily fixed. Anyway. He is going to attack with the scimitar on Katag. And Katag is going to easily just kind of deflect it. Doesn't even get past his heavy plated armor. Goblin wounded. Doesn't like the big hulking iron monstrosity in front of him, the Goliath. Using his goblin training heritage, very nimble at escaping these kind of situations. As a bonus action, he is going to disengage and move back. So he is going to be back over here.
He just...
Yeah.
He was like, nope.
Yeah, screw
Goblins
that.
are-
Now this one, however, is going to take a pot shot at Katag, seeing him dish out a lot of damage. And the arrow, as you're still fighting with the other goblin, all of a sudden this arrow just hits your shoulder pauldron and just bong, and you just look up at the goblin, the same one that took out Vetch, and you just give him this look like, "Are you serious?" And he's just shocked because he thought he was like, dead shot. He thought he was, the marksman. Nope. Not a clue. Not a chance. This one is also going to fire at you as well.
Oh boy.
And 7 miss. So as you're looking at the other goblin, this other arrow comes, hits your other shoulder, snaps, breaks, and you just draw your attention at the other one over there. If a Goliath could have this really look on his face, that's what you're going to witness right there. But that may be the last face that these goblins see. All right, this one is going to fire at Gob. No, he's going to fire at Gob. And then he's going to miss Gob.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Stormtroopers over here.
I figured.
Seriously.
And he's going to drop his bow and pull out his sword here and just kind of wait for Gob over here.
Wait for Gob.
Dance.
Ankh-Ba! You still hear kind of the ocean water's masking a lot of the sounds, but you still hear the goblins shouting their orders in their language. You hear the flowing sounds of the water rushing past you as you're swimming through the torrents here. You can see the ship coming up.
Yeah, I want to swim right here, and I want to Assassin's Creed pull this dude down into the water.
Okay, now he's high up on the upper deck, so you're not going to be able to do that from the water. You're going to have to climb the side of the ship to kind of pull him over.
Yeah, I'll climb the side of some of the ship.
Okay, roll athletics. Now you'll be starting to climb the side of the ship. You won't be all the way up at the top unless you wait to your next turn.
Okay, I'm still.
You dropped on there.
Top of it. So unless they
Discord cut out.
Yeah, just Discord
You
dropped
said I'm still, and then it
I
dropped.
just want to make sure that I'm still basically invisible, because the only way
While you're in the water, yes. If you start climbing up, you won't be invisible anymore.
But they're on the deck of the ship, like the only way.
But
they can
other
see me
things
is
can
if
see you climb up.
From like the angle that
Like
they're
the
at.
goblin that's on the side of the plank there would be able to see you, for example.
Discord is not being friendly tonight.
Discord's not doing a good job tonight.
It's I don't know, it's something with their servers. So what I was saying was, if you start climbing now, when you're out of the water, anybody that would normally be able to see you, like the goblin on the plank, for example, would be able to see you. Now, if you wait till your next turn, you can move all up in one action and, kind of get that other goblin by surprise.
Gotcha. Okay, I want to do that then.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I want to do? Can I cast an action though from here? While staying underwater?
What are you trying to do?
I wanna cast silent image.
You can, but because of the spell, with that, you'll be able to cast one spell, but then all the air and things to require with that would leave your lungs, so you only get that.
Dave, you cut out again. No one heard anything you said.
Okay, so you'll be able to cast one spell and one spell only while underwater. Then you have to emerge out of the water to take another breath to be able to cast a spell. Normal people who can't breathe underwater would start to suffocate immediately after that. So you'll be able to do that one spell, but you won't be able to cast anything else that has a verbal component while under the water after you do that.
Yeah, but I can only cast one spell anyway.
Okay, so anything that has a verbal component, you will not be able to use while under the water if you do this. You get one use of a verbal component spell underneath the water while submerged.
Oh. Wait, so you're saying I could fire an Eldritch Blast from under the water?
If it has a verbal component, you can do it once. Anything,
Okay, yeah,
a spell,
that's fine. I don't plan on casting many actions from under the water. I'm trying to get up on the ship next turn. So I want to cast Silent Image.
Okay.
And I want to make a kraken appear up out of the ocean, right in between the boats near Goblin Pirate 4, and I wanted to just lean down and fucking freak the shit out of them.
Well, it can't be any larger than a 15-foot cube, and a kraken is much larger than a 15-foot cube.
Okay, well...
How big is a 15-foot cube?
It's 15 foot, and just...
Well, I mean, how much is...
Pointer.
3 by 3
Right.
squares.
I'm asking how many cubes would that cover?
3 by 3 squares.
Ah, okay.
Okay, then never mind. I don't want to do it. I'm just gonna chill.
Too bad.
Oh wait. Can I
Crack.
cast a a hex on somebody from here, or does the same rule apply?
Anything with a verbal component. So hex does have a verbal component, so you can do a hex from here, but once you do that, anything else that has a verbal component, you won't be able to do underneath the water.
What about comprehend languages? Can I learn? Can I turn that on and understand everything the goblins are saying from here on out?
I mean, yeah, you would be able to understand their spoken language, but once you do that while you're submerged, you won't be able to cast any others. Now, the thing with comprehend range though is that's also a ritual, so that takes a little bit longer. It takes a little bit to cast on that. Well, it takes an action, but remember, if you do that, you're not doing any other spells, anything else with verbal components. That includes Eldritch Blast.
From under the water, or period?
From under the water. As long as you're submerged, invisible under the water, you don't get to do anything else. The spell-wise.
I need the answer again. So I can't cast anything else underwater or anything else, period?
While you're underwater, one spell with a verbal component. So when you click on your spells, anything that has that V, you get one. If you want to stay invisible, you get one use underwater, nothing else.
So as soon as I get back up on the boat, I can use my spells.
Oh, absolutely. Once you're out of the water, yeah, cast away as long as you can cast them.
Yeah, I want to do comprehend languages and so I can understand what the goblins are saying.
Okay, so you use your action to cast comprehend languages, and you're hearing the shouts. Stop that big one from getting on the ship.
Good insight. All right.
They basically just don't want to fuck with Katag right now.
Wait, which big one?
I thought they were talking about Katag.
Or Gob.
Or Gob. Yeah, okay, you're right. Big Gob.
All right,
forgetting about him.
I'm done. I'm waiting for my next turn.
Well, speaking of Katag, this is your turn.
3. Am I in combat range on 3?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 25.
You're chasing this dude.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
So you'd be
I'll
right
go
at the end
here.
of the plank. Well, you'd be one over here. Because it was started in your square. But you're still within range of him, so you can still hit him. So because Taka's charging over the plank.
Okay, but I'm not actually gonna go for him. I'm going Pirate 4. He threw some shit at me first. He started it.
Okay, so you're not attacking 3?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack 4. I'm gonna throw my hand axe at him.
Okay.
What? I did that wrong. Wait, I thought the dice on top.
Yeah, make sure if
there.
as long as you drag it on them, it will, or you target them, it'll calculate it. So an 8 on there. So you throw your hand axe, and much like Vetch with the ship's movement, it just throws your aim off. The axe was flying, hits the mast of their ship, hits some of the metal plates that they got on there, just clang.
Everybody's missing attacks.
But I can't move away from. They'll get
Well, you don't have any more movement anyway, but if you move away
I
now, yeah, you would get 3 would get an attack on you if you try to move. But you could still move around him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I thought you get a move after you action in the move.
You did, but you used your move to go across the bridge. So you have 6 squares that you can move on your turn. You use those to get across the bridge and then throw your hand axe.
Yeah. When I did it, I didn't move 6 squares yet. So I was able to move more.
Yeah, so if you move like 2 squares in attack, you still got 4 other squares that you can move.
Right. Okay.
But
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but you're technically on their ship now, so
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna toss a coin over my shoulder to Vetch, and as I run all the way over here, I shout to her. Hold on, how many? Where's 1, 2? coins that I give you, and I would like to throw my hand axe at Goblin Pirate 3.
Okay. Roll your attack on 3 as you're also charging over the planks here. You hear the planks starting to kind of creak from the weight of both of you on it. But you got a nice critical hit on him.
Damn right in the face. All right,
Very
so
nice.
roll my hit die on him too.
Yeah, so just drop the damage die right on him, and it should do the calculation. There you go. All right, so you come running across. You throw your axe this time at the one that's right next to Katag. Hand axe just goes flying. Goblin looks up, and the axe goes right in the center of his forehead. He goes flying off his feet, landing on his back with a loud thud, dropping his scimitar, just clang on the deck of the ship as the rain just pours down on him, a pool of blood just forming on the deck.
Nice. Okay.
That was sick. Nice job, dude.
Thank you. And I'm gonna, that's in my turn.
All right, Gob is going to keep charging. 5, 15, 20. And he is going to, let's see. All right, it's already included in the attack. And you guys are almost within range there. All right, so what he's going to do is he's going to make attack on the goblin. And he's going to hit.
You said something.
He's rolling it. He's attacking the goblin.
Okay.
Okay.
He definitely hits.
And definitely killed him. And
Gob is doing work.
Okay, Gob is seeing the one on the top there. He is going to use his aggressive to move 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's all he can do here. All right. That ends his turn. We're going top of the order here. So you hear the goblins start shouting. They're kind of panicking with all the people here. But Tyr, it is your turn.
Okay, Tyr's just gonna lean out casually, and he is going to gesture. He's still in a very weird state right now, and he is going to gesture toward Goblin Pirate 4, and a bolt of force is going to lash out from his fingertips.
Okay.
An 8. That's gonna miss, and that's gonna be really weird because as it misses, Tyr is going to just whisper the words no. And does a 14 hit?
On 4, no, a 14 does not hit.
And that's it for me.
Okay.
So you said no, but it still missed anyway?
Well, it missed, but what people who were paying attention would have noticed is when he said the words no, there was a strange ripple, and in midair, the bolt changed direction. It didn't change direction enough, but it changed direction.
Yeah, so
it almost hit.
Yeah, so where it would look like it was going to careen too far to one side, it started to change direction, but it just hit the side hull of the ship there where he was standing by.
How close did it get, Dave?
Pretty close. It hit the railing of the ship they were standing by, so it came really close to hitting him.
It startled him.
Well, no. What people would notice basically is a shot that clearly missed, turned completely in midair, and almost hit anyway.
Sweet. That's pretty cool action.
I can only pull that once a day, but still, done. Or not once a day. I can pull that once per rest.
Sweet.
Done.
All right. You gonna stay behind the mast there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My job's
Can I cast sleep on myself?
I mean,
Is that
I don't see why you couldn't. Let me just check the spell on there. But why would you want to? Yeah, I mean, creatures of magical slumber. You roll 5d8, and how many hit points a creature's infect within 20 feet of a point you choose.
Discord went in.
Yeah, your Discord got out again, Dave.
God.
I mean, you could if you want to cast sleep on yourself. I don't know why you would want to.
Because I'm hurting and my head hurts and there's a coin right in front of me and I just want to sit down on my ass, pick up this coin and go to sleep. Is that
You got a
realistic?
very lazy, greedy.
All right, roll 5d8. What's the origin point of the spell?
What do you mean? Aren't I the origin point of the spell?
Yeah, okay. If you're roll 5d8,
Wait, which one's that one?
that's the one
Third one?
right to the left of the cube, the square. It's the third from the right. So you're gonna roll 5 of those. So you can pick it up with the mouse and right click with your mouse while it's still grabbed 5 times. You see 5 little d8. And you just drop it in the chat. That's 1.
Oh my!
You need to do 4 more. Well, actually, is that the right die?
Is that the right die?
I can't tell. That's
That's the one to the left of the square or the
Maybe
cube.
you should walk
All right,
to the.
roll 4 more of those.
4 more?
Yep, 4 more. We need 5 of those.
Maybe you should
Okay.
walk to the ship side so you could take cover.
All right,
I think you got this under control. I'm gonna fall
10,
down.
16, 22, 23 hit points worth of creatures here. How many points do you have?
Oh my god.
8.
You have 8. No, she has 13. Let's see. All right, so that's 5 out of that. So how many hit points do you have here?
Oh no, I'm out too unless I get a save.
No, it's sleep.
God damn it.
Wait, is it going to hit you both?
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
She's sending it on herself, so bam. All right, so
Before he goes down, he's going to look at her and say, "What in the fuck do you think you're?"
okay.
Fates are literally in our hands.
You guys got it. Gav alone can
3v3.
carry it.
I think we got it.
I think you're fine.
All
Do
right.
not believe sleep in 5th ed has no save. That's insane.
I hope Reese fires you.
Well, there's other spells that are much more deadly that don't have a save. You know, like Finger of Death. Empowered Kill. So, it's just because it does the hit point value. Alright, so yeah, you both are under a magical slumber. Let me see if I can... Does it have one for... Alright, so you're both prone.
Does it look?
Unconscious. Here. I think unconscious precedes that.
They'd want to still, but
What happened? You cut off.
oh, I was saying, and I'm not gonna attack anyone shit, but does it look like those two are dead? Like
No, they just suddenly fell down. Like Vetch started like saying something, mumbling something, and then you just hear 2 thuds on the deck. And both Tyr and Vetch are just lying there on the deck.
Okay.
Alright, so this one starts shouting. And Ankba, you can make this out because you can hear the language. You hear, get the keggers!
Get the keggers?
Yep.
What's a kegger? Do I know what that is?
You have no idea what a kegger is.
Okay, great. Doesn't
Great.
sound good.
I feel like Anbach would know.
Sounds like it might be a large
of a-
explosive.
So, with that, there's Gob here. He's going to turn around and take a scimitar and try to fight Gob. Which may be... Oh, he hit Gob. Alright. For 8 damage. Wow. All right. So yeah, he's fighting for his life right now between this orc who doesn't know that Ankh-Ba is lurking in the waters below.
Okay, so Gob got hit by that pirate.
Yes,
Yeah.
got slashed. So he
Pretty hard.
Yeah, pretty good slash. So he just kind of thrusts out the scimitar, and actually cuts Gob in the side, and Gob just shouts back, being a orc. But he can't really do anything. It's not his turn yet. 4 is going to... he is going to fire at Katag. He's not liking this. Not liking this at all. He does hit Katag this time.
No.
For 3 damage.
Oh, wow.
And then he is going to... 5, 10...
I think Anbach and I are the only ones who haven't been wounded yet.
Anbach.
No, I got hit.
Oh, did you?
So
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't wounded really badly. You were just...
Yeah, he took the same amount of damage as I did.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So he's backing up. He's firing. This one's like... He's gonna fire at Katag as well.
He's getting the keggers. That's what he's doing, dude. Whatever that means, that's what he's doing.
He's gonna miss, and then he's gonna...
Damn, a 12 miss?
5, 10, 15, 20...
Pretty sure a 17 missed earlier, if I'm not mistaken.
He's gonna take cover behind the mass, and then... You see... 2 goblins come out.
Yeah, it was a 13 plus 4, which equals 17, and that missed.
These goblins that come out, they have little, like, almost like welding goggles on their faces. They have full metal helmets
Is it
on.
a second wave of goblins?
Strapped to their backs are these large barrels that you see a string attached going inside, and you see a fizzle as something like the string's being
Knew it.
burned as it's going up towards the barrel, and they start charging.
My God.
Where is Reese during all this? Why isn't he fighting?
He's
Him and his deckhands they're not trained for that combat, so that's what you're here for.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Katag.
So they're all just under the deck, cowering.
All right,
There's some-
Ankh-Ba.
All right.
So you're coming up,
I want to do it.
and you're still invisible, so you can now attack the... Well, roll the athletics to climb the ship, and then make your attack on the goblin here.
your whole play here hinges on this athletics check.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool as hell when you pull it off, though.
Man, I called this shit. I called it.
Leaps out the water,
I tried.
grabs onto some jagged piece of metal, starts pulling himself up, grabs onto a board, pulls himself up, and then you hear snap, and you go falling kerploosh back into the water.
We are gonna party wife.
I was like 4 turns in the making.
It was 2. It's maybe 2.5. But okay, so I'm in the water and I basically don't move anywhere, right? That's my whole movement.
Right, you're back in the water again.
Okay.
Still, you're now
I-
technically invisible again since you're still underwater.
I want to prestigious blast
So
this
easy.
Goblin Pirate 7 who's on
The
the
Eldritch Blast?
line. The Eldritch.
Yeah, alright, go ahead. Roll your Eldritch Blast. Now, while you're underwater, you can only do it once, and you have to kind of surface to do it again. But you can go ahead and do it.
Okay. Do I? Okay.
So you're invisible, so it should automatically calculate the advantage on the attack.
Magnifying. Do I do Eldritch Invocations or Eldritch Blast?
Eldritch Blast, that you're doing the actual attack.
Okay. And it's the.
You click the magnifying glass or the lasso, and there's an attack
Yeah.
button, and that's what you're going to drag onto the little goblin that you're targeting. 20 with
Boom.
that because you're invisible. They have it gives you advantage to hit them. All right, so this blast comes. You hear a kerploosh, and then from where the water comes, it's like silent for a moment, and then this black beam of energy just comes flying out of the water, striking the goblin. Roll your damage on him.
I just dragged the blood onto him.
Roll, yeah, it's the damage. Okay, so, interesting things happen now. Where is, I need this.
Discord went out.
Yeah, interesting things happen here. Well, a little more happens than that. How many D8 were these things? Or is it, no, it's D6.
Oh no, they're gonna explode.
All right.
They're keggers. They're gonna explode.
Good job, Wentz.
And
Well, I exploded him before he got out of the boat. That's a good thing.
It is, but also.
So
knows?
he explodes, and when he does, the other one that's right by him is another one with a lit kegger, which also explodes.
That's awesome. I exploded it on their boat.
Their boat now just rocks as there's a huge hole in their boat. The plank here snaps from the explosion. The whole ship just rocks.
Does Pirate 1, Anbach, and Gob survive? They're pretty close.
No, he's in the water. Anbach's in the water, so he's fine. The other two are higher up, so they're kind of out of the blast radius, thankfully. However,
Thank God.
Did we fall off?
Well, as I'm going to roll here, I want Torin, Katag. I'm going to need Gob and really everybody on the goblin ship and on the planks. They're going to need to make acrobatics checks to try to stay balanced. Otherwise, you're going to be
Oh man, I wish
falling
it was
down.
Is
And
this
those
a
on the
really big explosion?
Yes, this took out a huge chunk of their ship.
If only if it was athletic.
All right, so goblin here.
Come join me in the water.
Stay up.
Well, at least
Gob
Vetch and Tyr are mostly safe now.
manages to stay up, and let's see. We get 2, 3. I'm gonna roll them all at once for these goblins.
This is such a way bigger encounter than I expected it to be.
This one actually falls down. The one back here, Pirate 5.
Like, yeah.
The one behind the mast. The other ones kind of manage to stay on their feet as the ship rocks. Now, Torin, the ship rocks violently as the plank moves. The ship starts to kind of tilt and careen going towards your ship, as it's also starting to sink, kind of tilting on its axis. Going into the water. You also go into the water. Katag, you barely manage to keep your feet on the wet planks. So Torin is now kaploosh into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And their ship is starting to sink.
I guess this is okay.
This is great, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Katag, it is your turn.
So it is. So Pirate 7 and Pirate 8 are dead, right?
Yes, let me remove them here, because they did not survive that.
Pirate 5 is down. How far am I away? Oh, okay. I'll go to Pirate 4.
Okay. Now this guy is prone down here, but if you want 4, go ahead and get 4.
Oh, prone means I do more damage.
You get advantage on your attack rolls to him if they're melee.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Dude, this is just like the other fight. You're just chasing down dudes on the.
I mean, 4 is a bitch. But,
I did warn.
How big is the
Grace.
like? Isn't he close to the hole around there?
Yeah, the whole he's still on a solid ship. I'm gonna try to get a token here for a pointer for the hole. Let me see if it'll let me draw it here. Whoa. Oop. Why is it not letting me move this? Here we go. All right, so that's the chunk that was taken out of the ship. let me zoom out of here for chat here. They can't see that one goblin.
I literally fell ass backwards into great success.
Yeah.
All right, well, you'll roll another attack because you get advantage on it, so you may get a critical on him.
I'm just grumpy because I'm in the water.
It'll be fine. Well, you don't need to do that for the... You know, when I say roll again, just roll again. Don't add advantage on it.
Oh. So do you...
No, that's fine. Just in the future for that. Because if it counts as a crit, we got to wipe it and re-roll another hit.
Do I roll advantage on the hit too, or just...
No, you already did on the hit, so just roll your damage.
Okay. I mean on the damage.
Yeah, no, it'll auto-calculate for that. So, yeah, you annihilate him. You come charging up. He's prone. His feet are kicking on the slick deck. All of a sudden, there's this Goliath with this two-handed sword just coming down like a, samurai chop as it crunches down, cleaves across his midsection and torso, just separating one of his arms from his body as well as part of his rib cage. He just, the blade hits him and he just stops screaming as all the blood starts gurgling out. So, yeah, he just starts flailing and then stops moving after that.
I think I had... Hold up. I think I only did 20 to get here.
Wait, what?
I think I only did 20 feet to get here. Or
right. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, 20. So you got 2 more squares of movement. All right. There you go. All right. Torin, you're in the water now. All right, so there was a huge explosion, and then you fell into the water as the ship violently rocked, causing the plank to kind of twist and bend. So, what would you like to do?
Does Torin still have another action? Does he still have action surge?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
you haven't used that.
That's
so
none of your concern, Goliath.
I
I know it's a joke. I'm kidding. Okay, so right now there's only 2 more goblins, correct?
That you see, yes, and the ship that they're on is starting to sink.
Okay. So I'm gonna have faith that Gob and Tog can take out their respective targets, and
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the ship as fast as I possibly can. So I assume I can move this much distance.
You can, and you can get to the ship, but it is difficult terrain for you since you don't have a natural swim, and it is stormy waters, rough waters. So that is as far as you can go.
Am I allowed to try to climb up right now?
You wouldn't be able to. You don't have any additional movement to climb up on the hull, so you have to wait till your next turn to climb up.
Okay.
Ankpa was going deep under the water, so he didn't be seen, which is why 3-dimensional space. He was moving further down, additional movement. That's why he had kind of less movement in that water.
If I used action surge, would I be able to take this turn to
move?
Yes.
Yes. I'll say yes for that.
Okay, so I would like to do that since I don't think I'm going to be using it.
All right.
This fight, otherwise.
All right. So
how do I? Is that actions?
no, I already ticked it on your sheet. So just roll your athletics to climb, because it just gives you an action that you can use to move, attack. Oh god, a 1. So 6 modified, but you're trying to grab onto the side of the ship. You're not getting any really good handhelds. You're trying to desperately grasp the side of the ship, but if it's rocking from the violent waves, you're not making any headway. You're still just getting pushed against the side of the ship.
Why don't you use your long tail?
I mean, I literally did. I can't
Not
do
as
it.
easy as it looks, huh?
Oh.
All right. All right. Gob is going to take a swing at this guy. Get him out of the way. And he's going to use his second attack on him. Wow. Okay, first one I guess was a feint. So you got a critical on that pirate, so he is dead. He just gets, you just see the head fly up from the goblin, and Gob is going to take 1d6 damage as he jumps down. 5, 10. Yeah, he's in the water, so and he can only really move about here. All right, so Gob is trying to get back to the ship. Let me add this here. 14. All right.
Are we just leaving Pirate 4?
Well, Gob's seeing a sinking ship, and he doesn't want to be on a sinking ship. So, yeah. And that ends his turn there. Let's see. Tyr is still asleep. So he's asleep for the next minute. Golly. It's not a concentration either, so that's the other bitch of it. It just happens.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I don't think anyone wants to be anywhere near Tyr when he wakes up anyway. There will be death threats issued.
Alright, and Vetch is also unconscious. Let's see. This goblin is going to... He's going to go over the side of the ship here.
Stole my glory.
Wait, is he gone?
You don't know. You can't see him. Ba, it is your turn.
I want to swim. I want to get that goblin, and I want to question him before we go back and talk to Reese, because we find our precious cargo, the rocks, and then we get attacked by a bunch of goblins. We're coming to blow up our ship. I want to question that goblin. Can I swim? I don't know. It's gonna be tough to track down that goblin, I feel like.
Well, you don't even know about that goblin. Like, you don't know
I
that he
don't?
jumped over. No. Because he's
I
on the
don't
other
know
side
that
of the
he-
ship.
Oh, whoops.
But I'm in the water. Couldn't I have heard the splash?
No, you had stormy water, and you just had an explosion here. There's creaking of boards, metals. Not to mention the
I'm
density of the ocean. You're not going to be able to hear from way over there. All you saw is the ones that were on deck, like Katag. All they saw was him going over the side. That's it.
Can I make an athletics check to finally get up the side of his boat?
You can. Go ahead and roll your athletics.
God damn.
7. You're still having problems climbing this thing. The ship is getting lower, though. So
Hard to climb a sinking ship.
Soon you'll be able to walk onto it.
yeah, you'll be able to walk right on deck soon.
Okay, I think I give up on that endeavor, and I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I swim over to our boat.
Been a lot of strange failure tonight.
And successes, though.
Yeah, but I feel like we're failing a little bit more than we usually do.
Fair. All right, so
We're
Katag.
succeeding when it counts.
Yeah, you saw that goblin just kind of leap over the side of the ship.
I'm a little frustrated that he ditched the duel. So
Don't think he realized he was in a duel.
10 turns there.
I think Katag thinks that he knew. He knew.
Okay, so that's my first turn. Go here. Oops.
Wait, how are you moving all the way over there?
30 and 30. I don't take an action.
Okay, you're
Right.
using your action for your move? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're there next to Vetch. So you come charging across the plank there. Torin, you're still in the water, just kind of wading. The waves just kind of push you up and down. You heard some splashing coming from the other side. You saw a gob dive into water, and you saw Ankh-Ba just kind of swim across, trying to get back to the ship.
Right.
No, I just ran over the top of them.
I guess I'm just gonna roll another check to try to get up the ship.
Okay.
Is it athletics again?
It is athletics to get up the ship.
All right. Come on.
20. Yeah, you finally get a good handheld, and you start climbing up. You start to use the chain from the grappling hook that's still embedded in your ship, and you realize, wait a minute, the ship is sinking, and we're still anchored to it.
Discord went out. I grabbed the grappling hook and then what?
You realize that the ship is still grappled, and the other ship
Okay.
is sinking.
Okay.
Oh.
So we have to free our ship of that grapple.
Yeah, otherwise the ship might be in risk of being capsized into the water.
Okay. Well, I think.
Definitely.
Did you guys hear me?
No, Discord is being very.
I
fickle
said
tonight.
I can't use anything else, right? I'm done for now.
Yeah, you're climbing up.
I'm on the ship now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're back on the
Alright,
ship.
well,
That connection is not completely attached, right? Loose because what I did to it.
Well, that's not the grappling hook. That's just the little ladder. That wouldn't hold its weight of the ship. The other one is a thick, like grappling hook, about 4 feet across with a chain.
Is the other one disconnected because of the bomb?
Yeah, the other one is disconnected, but the one that's on this side, underneath, going into the hull of your ship, is still quite connected.
Okay.
So, all right, Gob is going to just swim 5, 10, 15. He can't go any further. Well, he can move to the side, but he can't take any actions because that was his action to move. Let's see. When's that going to top actor? Here we go. All right. Tyr, you're still asleep. Vetch is... Have a good night, Celtic. Hope you enjoyed watching the adventures here. Ankh-Ba. So, ship is still sinking. More boards are breaking. You see some more of the hull is starting to crack as the water starts filling in the internal hull of their ship. You're starting to see it splinter and crack. It's almost like the Titanic's just the boards are starting to warp and bend from the weight of the water. What do you do?
Oh, you're talking to Ambach, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ankh-Ba, do you hear me?
Sorry. Yeah, I do. This Discord cut out. All I heard was, Ankh-Ba, do you hear me? What?
your Discord is not being friendly.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it if their servers went down tomorrow when we did our Saturday game.
Sucks.
This is the same MO that was happening when they were having issues last time.
Do their servers straight up just go down?
Sometimes. Yeah, that happened in the middle of
okay.
the session for like an hour.
Such a okay, so I guess I'll throw my athletics check and try to get on the other boat. Right?
On your boat. So go ahead and
Yeah.
roll your athletics to climb up.
Fail once, try again.
God damn.
You fall right next to Gob. Gob gets just splashed in the face by all this water.
Alright, I swim. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So I swim up here
Okay.
and I look up at Torin, I go, help!
Rope! Help! Save me! Save me! All right, Katag, it is your turn. You see a very wet Torrent. Gets up, he just kind of shakes the water off. Flicks water from his tail.
I moved back towards the and can I use like my great sword or something to try to break it?
Yeah, you can try to swing at the chains with your two-handed sword. So just make an attack roll on it.
Oh, Discord like
make an attack roll.
Attack roll. Okay.
Yeah, you're not really targeting anything. So
Advantage.
just roll the no advantage, just regular attack roll. 22. All right, that's definitely gonna hit the chain. Roll your damage. All right, so you start hitting the chain. You're starting to damage some of the links on there, but it's still being held.
I'll-
You're chopping at
we
it.
start. Go ahead.
What was that?
You're chopping at the chain, but it's still holding. So you're damaging it. It's just still strong enough to kind of hold the anchor in. The grappling hook.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah. So what's happening?
You're attacking the chain. It has not broken. You've damaged it. It is still holding and still strong enough to pull your ship under.
Right. I can't. Can I do anything else?
Not
That was
until
my
you get
action,
another action now. You can move,
Okay.
but that's if you want to move away from the chain.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay. Torin.
All right. So.
You lagged out.
You cut off after
did?
so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. There's nothing else taking more priority than this, so I'm just gonna do the same thing as Katag tried to do.
All right. Just roll attack again. Just
He
you're not
looks
targeting
down and tells
anything.
Anbach to shut up as he tries to break the chain.
Yeah. This is not. This is more important. Am I swinging my greatsword? So like.
Whatever you're
Do I
using to
roll-
attack the chain with. So if you're using your greatsword attack, it just roll an attack roll with your greatsword. You're not targeting anything with this. Just double click the
Right.
die. All right. You'll be able to hit it. Roll your damage.
Uh.
All right. So with that, the chain snaps. The other ship starts pulling away from the waves as the rest of the ship starts to still further tilt on its axis as more water goes in the hull. The hull of the ship starts to kind of snap. And the little bit of plank that's still left on there also starts to kind of get drug under and eventually just snaps in the center as the ship starts going under. All right.
Nice.
So, let me remove that here.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Even if I dislike this Goliath, I'm helping. Tsundere.
All right. So, Ankh-Ba is still in the water, Gob's still in the water, the other ship's going under. And as you're doing that, you're trying to help them up. So if you drop in a rope here, Ankh-Ba, just make a athletics. The DC is going to be much lower since they're dropping a rope. You're out of combat, by the way.
Okay, so are we all
Roll-
free to kind of...
Yeah,
Never
Ankh-Ba, roll a athletics check because they're going to drop a rope to you.
Oh, wait, whoops.
Look at that. Now he gets the 20. He just had to have the rope.
Shit.
So yeah,
Critical athletics. That's
it's just like a gym class, you know. Just starts going hand over hand, just coming up the side. Hands just uses his hands on the railing and just leaps over the side.
Poor Gob.
You just needed a Needed a
Nope, Gob's
audience.
Encouragement, yeah.
Gob climbs up.
Man, Gob just nothing but wins tonight.
Well, he's strength.
That's why he's the
so-
leader.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he should be our leader.
No. That really should be for one of y'all. It's just you do use that as a ruse for whatever
Well,
reason.
yeah, we're joking, but
Anyway, a minute goes by, and Vetch and Tyr, you both wake up, or you can, you guys wake them up. Gob's looking over everything. The other ship is pretty much sunk at this point. Very little bits of it. Some of the masts are still sticking up, but the main part of the deck is submerged. As it goes down with that, you see some of the deckhands kind of peek out, like, is it over? And they start looking around to see the ship that's blown apart. And let me roll this for Reese here. Okay. And you see a smile on Reese's face. Fantastic job. You've done better than I hoped you would. And he just kind of pats Ankpa's the nearest one, so he pats him on the back. And as he does so, he just kind of points out into the ocean. And there you see this little thing just kind of bobbing in the ocean a little bit. It looks almost like a little metal pipe. And it's trailing off away from the ships. And he shouts out to his crew here. Missing my notes. It's buried under everything. Give me one moment. There we go. So he shouts out to Adura. Adura! Change our course. We are following that.
Following the bobbing metal thing?
could it be like a submarine
Are there
looking glass thing?
submarines in-
Yeah, that's exactly what it kind of looks like, but a real small version of that.
Okay, so are we allowed to do stuff now? Like whatever comes whatever we're trying to do or what?
Yeah, you're allowed to kind of do that. So this is also a good stopping point. So if you guys if you guys can't continue, because I know you wanted to do a little shorter game
Right.
times, this would be a good time to stop if you can't continue anymore.
I'm down for that.
Down for what? Stopping?
hmm
Oh, okay.
Stopping is fine by me right now.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm good with that.
All
Fine.
right. So we'll pick up pretty much at this point where the ships go, and he's telling you, to follow that, so you guys don't get to miss out on interaction. But is there anything specific that you wanted to kind of get started with that
Oh.
before, or?
Oh,
Because it sounded like you guys wanted to kind of jump into something.
up.
Where your Discord went out.
Discord
Oh,
went
Jesus
out.
Christ. After he got up, he looked directly at Gavach, and he says the following, and it's not his normal tone of voice. You ever do anything like that again, and you put people in danger because of...
Discord went out again.
Yeah.
If you ever put people
Sounded
in
like a
danger.
threat.
We heard you say
Basically,
put anyone in danger.
Basically, he told Kvetch, if Kvetch ever does that again, he will personally kill them.
Ooh.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think if any of us don't feel similar to that, then we're probably not committing to the role play right enough. I was gonna do something, but I feel like it's better saved for the intro to next week's session.
Yeah, I kind of want to pick that up there.
Yeah.
Not a
I'm
problem.
gonna write something in caps on my
I think
paper.
I think for me personally, I kind of like. I feel like it was a comedy of errors for me, and I stare at the hole in this ship, and I'm kind of like,
It didn't start off that bad though. Like
It did.
before you entered the water, which Apex did tell you not to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Before
to
you
be
entered the
fair-
water, it was looking pretty good, and then you were
but
in the
to be
water.
fair-
Man, Discord is being so rude
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh my god, Discord is pissing me off tonight.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to stop it there just for the stream because Discord is being really silly and we're stopping out here. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed watching tonight. Thank you, everybody, so much in chat for watching and seeing the adventures and misadventures of the crew tonight, the Reese's Pieces crew.
Ah, yes.
On the SS Butter... was it Buttercup?
Peanut butter cup.
Peanut Butter Cup?
No. What do we call it? No, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Was that
Yeah,
it?
Peanut Butter Cup, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a great name.
So, anyway, we'll continue adventures off, next week. And until then, next time, I've been your Dungeon Master. Happy gaming.